In analyzing a new client's case, they seem to have everything figured out financially. What gaps did we find? What strategies did we find to implement that can improve their financial situation? I want to share those with you just in case they apply to you as well. Got that and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash your thumbs up button. Your wealth is a secret. Your wealth is a secret, and as it should be. You shouldn't go out and share those intimate details of your financial life with your kids or with neighbors or with friends. It's a secret. But if it's a secret, how do you know that you're not missing out on something critical? Either in pursuing your financial goals, that there isn't a better strategy to help you get there safer or faster, or that flat out you're making a mistake and you should be doing something differently. Well, we do comprehensive financial planning here. Our team of certified financial planners, we look at all 6 areas of your financial life. And then for new clients, we have a team of financial planners, typically 5 or 6 or so, as well as enrolled agents and CPAs and tax professionals, all collaborate and get in the room and analyze the details of new clients' financial situations in light of their financial goals. And we go on a hunt. We're looking for opportunities to implement new strategies, creative strategies, or maybe some gaps, some planning gaps that they need to shore up, all designed to figure out, well, how can you go from where you are financially to where you want to be safer, faster, more efficiently, that sort of thing. Well, in a recent new client case class, our advisors reviewed and I'm changing the details here because again, wealth is confidential, it's secret, and everything is confidential here. But I'll just share with you that these folks seem to have it all figured out financially. They were doing a lot of things right and essentially came to us saying, hey, we just want to make sure there aren't any gaps and we're about to retire within the next year and just want to make sure that we're on track and make that transition as smoothly as possible. So they're in their mid-60s. They've got well over $5 million saved up. There's no debt, of course. And they've implemented a lot of fantastic strategies. They sort of geek out on this financial stuff as well. So they've been doing Roth conversions, mega backdoor Roth. They had complex estate planning strategy all built out and had done a wonderful job saving up. Well, what did we find? What did we come up with in our case analysis here? I'm going to share the 3 biggest gaps or strategies that we found that we are going to use and implement in their financial situation to improve their financial picture in case this applies to you as well. The first and the biggest is that their investment strategy was not aligned with their upcoming retirement. And actually, this is a fairly common thing for individuals that are very comfortable investing and have done a fantastic job climbing the investment mountain. Oftentimes they then think, well, once I get to the top of the mountain, well, now what do? I'm there, right? Well, your investment strategy needs to shift from accumulation to retirement income. And that doesn't mean that you have to give up on investing for growth and investing in stocks. No, absolutely not. But you do have to make sure that your investment strategies are conducive for the withdrawals that you'll be taking as you step away from that paycheck and begin living off of your portfolio. When we asked them, hey, how do you plan on drawing dollars out of your retirement? Have you thought through your retirement income strategy? They sort of gave us that, oh, no, we hadn't thought about that at all. And the truth is that when it comes to their retirement plan, they live very modestly. So they had saved up quite a bit. And so, yeah, they weren't really stressing or worrying about, well, how are we going to withdraw dollars? But their portfolio and their investment structure was not set up for the upcoming retirement at all. To be clear, we're not recommending that as you get to retirement, everything needs to be invested for income or you should only be doing a dividend investment strategy. We've done a lot of content on the different approaches there, the merits of each and how maybe that could apply to you. But it does seem to make sense that they start earmarking, well, here's where we're going to be drawing dollars from first, this account or this investment, to ensure that those short-term dollars are invested for the short term. The dollars that they'll be withdrawing after that are invested for the intermediate term. And then there's clarity and peace of mind to know that, well, then all the other dollars should be invested for growth, fighting inflation and growth for the long term. Having that visibility and clarity, especially as the stock market is priced the way that it is right now, just in case we see more volatility between now and when they retire, you want to have that clarity for peace of mind. Another area that we found as we were reviewing the details of their financial situation, and this one just seemed inconsistent with the rest of their financial life. Once again, guys, this is very, very common. You have 6 areas to your financial life. So do I. Everyone does. And so often it's easy to sort of compartmentalize these, when in reality, you need to bring them together and look at how they fit together from a synergistic standpoint. This couple, this family, their home and auto insurance was structured more like someone who didn't have the financial infrastructure that they had built up. Their auto insurance, the deductibles for their auto insurance, they had a $100 deductible for a collision claim and a $250 deductible for a comprehensive claim. A $100 deductible and $250 deductible for these folks, the financial situation, the income that they had, the amount that they had in cash, the financial stability, that meant those low deductibles meant that they were paying more for their auto insurance than they otherwise would need to. And when you look at the house, again, they've got a considerable amount of cash and they can live with a decent amount of risk. They had a $1,000 deductible on the house, when it's very, very, very unlikely that they would submit a claim for such small dollar amounts. Now, I get it. If you do have a claim, either on your house or on your vehicle, you don't want to have to pay a lot out of pocket. You want the insurance company to step in. However, that ability for the insurance to quickly step in after a very low threshold, a very low deductible, means you're paying more for your insurance. And their financial situation, again, having well over $5 million saved up, these deductibles seemed out of line. Doing an analysis with their home and auto insurance expert to see, well, where should they put their deductibles where they still feel comfortable and is appropriate for their financial situation, and reduce the premiums. Doing that analysis seems to make sense. Additionally, the coverage that they had also seemed inconsistent. The limit to liability that they had on their automobiles as well as on their home was inconsistent to their net worth and the rest of their financial life, seeming that there was a coverage gap that they needed to work through. So the certified financial planner collaborating with the insurance expert, as well as educating and working with the clients to make sure that they get the right coverage that's consistent to their financial situation, that seemed like an opportunity as well. And then finally, another one of the issues that we saw, and this is again very common for folks that have done a great job saving up, they had a lot of different bank accounts and a lot of cash spread out in those different bank accounts with very little direction. If you are naturally a saver, then likely the first place you're going to be saving is building up cash. That for many of us can feel like a safety net or a good financial backing. However, identifying, well, what's the right amount to have an emergency fund? What's the right amount of cash to have set aside for known upcoming purchases, like a home improvement or maybe a vehicle purchase, which is something that is on their radar. Knowing what those targets amount are for cash will help you know, not only am I there, but then do I have more cash than I actually need? And therefore, I do have some dollars where there's some opportunity cost that I should relocate them into either some different types of investments, or from a tax planning strategy, some different investment vehicles altogether. And deeper still, when we looked under the hood of some of the accounts that had the most amount of cash, very, very little interest being earned, less than 1% of interest. So analyzing those details, we're going to be able to identify, here's how much you should have in an emergency fund. Here's the money that you should set aside or have earmarked for known upcoming expenses. And here are the dollars that are just excess cash that either could be in a different investment vehicle or helping with a taxed or invested in a tax efficient way altogether. That peace of mind will bring synergy to their financial life, tying their present financial position with their retirement plan and their tax planning and their investment strategies as well. So those are just 3 of the strategies that we found, the gaps that we found in this couple's financial situation. So I go back to the question. Are there gaps in your financial situation? Are you working with your certified financial planner at all 6 areas of your financial life to ensure that they're working together, that there's synergy between all 6 areas, and that you are taking the right strategies to get you from where you are to where you want to be financially? Work with your certified financial planner on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.